Hello and welcome along, and welcome to something a little bit unusual today. So this is a map that was released a couple of days ago. It is called Holmåkra, I believe. Yeah, it is a forestry map for Farming Simulator 19. It is possibly the most extreme forestry map, or the extreme map full stop, I have ever seen for Farm Sim. You spawn here. This is basically deep in the middle of the forest. If we bring up the map, you can see we are a long way from home. And yeah, this is really quite special, I think. If you like your forestry and you like your mud runner, actually, I think you're gonna like this map. You start with this Vultra near you. We will go through the equipment in a bit. We have added, and I skirted around it a little bit, this. So we got the Landy. We've actually matches the Vultra rather nicely. That is a complete. That's completely by chance, to be honest. But does fit on the right on here. So we're going to jump in the Landy here, and we're going to try and have a drive around the map. We will have a quick look at the overall map first. So this is it. It's the top half of this here, the bit in the lighter colour. And as you can see, there's quite a few roadways and things going in amongst them. Not a lot of other stuff. So you basically have 2 sell points, a house, and that's it. So, yeah, not much else than that. We're going to sort of snake our way around. These appear to be large areas of grass. So, I kind of want to, yeah, just sort of snake my way around. We might try and have a see if we can skirt through here. I'd like to see sort of what these areas are as well. So, yeah, there's quite a lot to look at here. But at the same time, it's really clear. You can see no fields, nothing like that. It is just a pure forestry map, this. So I'm going to get going, and what we're going to do this time is I'm going to talk a little bit about the map as we drive around it, because it is so scarce. It is so devoid of features beyond basically just forestry, and it is all very much like this. So as I said, it's called Holmåkra, I believe. It is by Pixel Farm and North Modding Company. It's available from the Giants mod tab. It is available for PC, Mac, PS4 and Xbox One. And yeah, it is massively detailed for forestry. I mean, you can see all of the detail that has gone into this forestry work, and it's just absolutely incredible, the work that's gone into that. Now, this is it's a detailed and diverse forest, is how it describes itself on the Giants mod hub. It's season supported, so it's a seasons map. This would look absolutely stunning in seasons, I think. And it is it's got custom textures for seasons, custom tree textures, over 17,000 trees on this map. If you manage to clear this map of trees, I would be astounded. Partly because some of them are really difficult to get to, but partly 17,000 trees. This has a ridiculous number of trees on this map. It's extracted from real life terrain, which is really cool. Improved graphics and custom buildings in the farmyard, so we'll come to that a bit later. But I want to sort of head down here, and this is what the main interior of the map is like. It's all these very bumpy, very rugged mud roads, and I like this a lot. It works very well. Now, there is a main road going around the outside of the map, and that is what we're heading towards. But this is not a map, I think, where you could use things like a flatbed to transport your your forestry harvester. You'd have to very much drive your forestry harvester deep into here if you wanted to use that. I love the idea that it starts you with a tractor and a logging trailer, and that's it. We will double check that that is the case, but certainly you come onto the thing and it actually has a there's actually a chainsaw on the ground in front of you. You can't pick it up. You'd need to buy a chainsaw. I'd highly recommend buying a chainsaw as the first thing on here. But you can see here, you see this is an area that is pre-cleared. So that's what this is. You can see it's a pre-cleared area. But look at the detail that's in this area. So if you're really into your forestry, or you're really after something quite different from Farm Sim, this I think would be a cracking map. And there's plenty of space here to sort of start putting in buildings and things, and plenty of options here. Now, this is the thing. There are a few places like this in which you can put things down, and there's a few roads. As I said, there's a road going around the outside like this. This is not what I would call a main road, but compared to all the other roads on this map, this is an absolute breeze. So we'll spend most of this first look sort of off these. I just wanted to head over here, show you guys what the flat roads are like. And I love that it's very claustrophobic, this map, I think. You know, you could never really see very far, and you always feel like you're in the woodlands. In fact, you can see there's a dirt road off that way. We're going to take the dirt road off this way and see if we can sort of wind our way through. And the rest of it is all very much like this. I think to do this map effectively, you're gonna need a fairly powerful tractor just to get stuff up and down the hills. We'll have a look at that tractor you start with, but that's quite a tough. You've got quite tough roads to go up and down on this, and I know that I've driving the Landy around on here. It did have an issue where some of the roads really struggling to get up, but it's just wonderfully atmospheric, this map. Really nice. One of the nicest and one of the best forestry maps I think I've ever seen for Farm Sim. It's definitely the most extreme, as I said at the start. I have never seen a map in Farm Sim that is this extreme, that has basically these rugged roads everywhere, and they're just so well put together all over this map, as far as I can see. And the amount of time and the amount of effort that must have gone into putting so much detail into this map is incredible. Because forestry and woodland are always difficult things to do. But look at this. It just sort of... You get the feeling of a proper forestry map on this. On somewhere that you need to go massively off track in order to get what you're after. And I've seen so many forestry maps with just flat roads. And this I can't go very fast. Because if I did, I would just flip my Landy. And as I said, I would love to see this in the snow. I think this map... I think you'd get so lost in this map in the snow. You really would. It would be so difficult to actually go, this is the route. This is the roadway. And even with the roadway here, I did, on my way taking this back from the shop, I did get lost a couple of times. But it is a map where absolutely, I think that's one of the joys of this map, is that it is a map that you can get lost in, and you can get very lost in, which is fantastic. But look at this road; it just sort of snakes its way around. We're going to head this way and head out to the main road so that we can head back to the shop area. And there's not, as I said, there's not much more to show you than this, but it is a spectacular map for this. And again, this is a whole claustrophobic thing. Some of these trees are so huge. you are going to want a big, if you are doing this with a forestry harvester, you want to do this with a big one. But you kind of get the feeling these roads are carved into the terrain by people traveling, you know, and doing the forestry stuff. And it feels a lived-in map thanks to these. And look at that. That is so steep. And down to the bottom, and that takes us back to this. It's not a tarmac road. I would say it's probably a gravel track. Riverway along the side here, marking the top edge of the map. And yeah, this feels a lot nicer to drive on now. But and this has the character as well. This is where this map really shines, is the character of it. And if and doing a forestry map, it feels like you are doing a proper lumberjack forestry map with this. Really, really good. Really, really awesome. It's not going to be a massively long first look at this because there, as I said, there's not that much to it beyond the forestry stuff. We're going to have a look at the shop and the house. So that's that greenhouse is something I've seen that before. That's a downloadable mod. That's quite cool. This is the Lumberyard. So you've got sell point. So sell point here. This is for the logs, and then I'm guessing we've got a sell point. I don't sell point over this way here. Yeah, here for the wood chips. So that's all grand and good. And there's sort of some grass area around here. You could very, very easily turn around and do a little bit of animal work and stuff. But this really is, at the heart of it, is a forestry map. And as you can see, there really is nothing else down here other than this. So yeah, you could build more stuff here. I think global company mod would be useful on here. The tree marker especially would be massively useful. But that is just awesome, and all you can see is the trees. Let's have a look at what we have in the garage. So in the garage, you can see there really is not a lot of stuff. You've got the Valtra N174, so this has 201 horsepower. I probably wouldn't go below that. You got the Stepper 33305 logging trailer as well. And then you've got the green farmhouse, which is your spawn point. This is really intriguing because you start with 100,000 and these, and that's it. You're probably actually better off, because if we look at our logging equipment, our actual logging harvesters in here, if you get either Komatsu, because Komatsu is 435. I would say the Sampo Rosselu, that isn't going to be much use on this map. So you're looking at 435 to 440. I'd be tempted to max out the loan, get one of those, and head up to the far end where you spawn in initially. Either that or bring the tractor and trailer back here, because I think you would just... yeah, I think you would have one heck of a time. It would just be brilliant. I love the Land Rover just sitting in this grassy area. It's just... absolutely amazing, this map. I think there's a huge amount of work that's gone into it. Huge amount of work that you wouldn't necessarily think has gone into it. Really atmospheric, really awesome map if you want to do some forestry. So I think that would be my recommendation. If you're after a forestry map and you're after a challenging forestry map that is very, very different, probably the most extreme map we've ever seen in Farm Sim, I think I recommend this. This just looks so well done and so stripped back to that forestry that it's yeah, it'll be an absolutely excellent forestry map. Is this the best forestry map that I've ever seen for Farm Sim? Quite possibly. I would need to have a go with it myself. So yeah, let us know in the comments if you'd like to see me have a go maybe on this. with a little bit of forestry. Be really interested to see if there's an appetite for that on the channel. Yeah, oh yeah, we need to look at field purchases as well. So what do we have in the way of... Wow! So, first map I've seen in Farm Sim. First map I've ever seen in Farm Sim that doesn't have areas to buy. It's the entire map is purchasable for 4,194. So it's not a map that massively uses. It's not a map that's concerned with using the features of FS19, to be honest. I think I would quite like to have seen areas of... So you basically almost buy a forestry permit to go and cut down an area of the map and do that. But yeah, you start owning the whole map. So yeah, and even if you sold it, you would only get 4,000. I think I would have liked to have seen some zoning. I think that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, it doesn't have that. And to be honest, it's not the end of the world. Similarly, there will be no contracts or anything like that on there. So on here, so very stripped down version. Oh, very stripped down map for Farming Simulator 19 here. But that I think is a good place to leave it. If you want to download it, as I said, it's Holmåkra, Holmåkra. It is available on the Mod Hub. It is from Pixel Farm North Modding Company. Yeah, available across all platforms. Yeah, have a download it today, and happy logging. And with that, I am going to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this first look. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.